the key to transferring your body mechanics from everyday tasks into the beautiful yet brutal sport of boxing. Hello, Earthlings. Ultraviolet Ronald from the Bronx here. I want to get right into it. So, just like I'm facing you here, you see my posture is straight. You do not want to be a slouch because when that transfers over into boxing, guess what? You're already there to be hit and your head is leaning over your knee. That is a no-no. All right. So the first thing you want to get is to make sure your posture is straight. That is the first thing. Straight up, neck up. Okay. But the first thing, we're going to go from the head up. We're going to make sure we tuck our chin because you don't want to make yourself an easy target with that chin being exposed. So you want to tuck your chin. That is the first thing. And you see, just like my back is straight. All right. Now, either you be in southpaw or conventional. Southpaw is just left foot dominant, left hand dominant, and conventional is right hand dominant, right foot dominant. Okay, so we're in that stance. I'm conventional like most people. So that front foot's gonna be about a 45-degree angle, back foot about a 90-degree angle. Okay, and that front foot is gonna be in alignment with that back heel. You're gonna stay nice and light on your toes, slightly bend those knees. Now the key, remember, is to transfer your everyday body mechanics into boxing. Okay, and just like I showed you before, your chin is tucked, but now you're crunching your torso, which means you're activating your core. All right, having your central nervous system be ready for whatever may come your way. That's why you have to crunch that torso, but not too tight because then you're going to exhaust your energy, but tight enough to where it's ready to take impact for whatever may come your way. All right, so now that we're in the normal stance, we're going to bring our hands up. Okay, our hands are always on its side and while we're walking. We don't have our hands like this when we're walking. No. So why are you going to have your hands up like this when you're fighting? Right? That makes no sense. So just like how your hands are nice and close to your body naturally when you're walking, that's how you're going to apply it when you're in your stance. So you're going to bring it up just as it is. Bring it up. But you want to protect your cranium because that is you. That is the most important thing, especially if you're not trying to get knocked out. You can still get knocked out from a body shot, but especially the head, because you can get CT in the future if you take too many shots. So you're bringing your hands up, elbows nice and close to the body to protect those vital organs. Okay? Right hand like your phone in the front, left hand right below your left eye so you can see and you're not blinding yourself. All right, so now that you got that down, now like when you're walking, right? When you're walking, guess what's happening? You're transferring weight from one leg to the next. You're transferring weight to the left leg to the right leg. Even going back, I'm transferring my right leg back to my left leg. All right, left leg back to the right leg, so on and so forth. But now we're applying it to the stance because you want to mimic the natural body mechanics and transfer it over to boxing. That's how you get really good, and that's how you look effortless and natural in the movement. Now, in everyday life, you're not tense just out of nowhere. You're tense when you're lifting up something that may be heavy and you're putting it where it needs to go. If you're trying to catch a fly or something that's in your face or swat something out of your way, you're going from very relaxed to tense momentarily and then back to relax again. That same applies to when you're punching, okay? So I have my hands up naturally. I'm just having it up naturally, loose shoulders, everything's loose except my core is engaged and my chin is tucked, okay? So when I'm punching, and especially for the straight punches, I'm keeping it in a straight line, aiming those two knuckles at the center of my opponent's face, all right, which is the nose. That is the aim. Always, that center line. Same going with the cross. All right, so as I throw that jab out, my shoulder's not flaring and I'm throwing it right from where it is. Okay, boom, I'm just throwing it out. But you see here, like we were doing before, you want it to be natural. That's why it seems like when boxers in their default position, they're just transferring their weight from one leg to the next. And you can see that naturally. They're not even trying to do it. They're just transferring that weight from one leg to the next. And you apply that when you're jabbing, crossing, hooking, or uppercut, whatever it may be. So to get into that rhythm, you can just simply go bop, 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 or you can transfer here and then go back. All right, but everything has a purpose. So here, I'm going from one here, boom. Everything is just going in that natural motion as if I'm walking towards you. And when I'm throwing the shots as I'm walking, because everything is in that natural movement as if I'm walking towards you, but I'm incorporating the stance. And remember, if you have bad posture, sometimes that could transfer over into the boxing stance. So that's why you do not want to lean forward. A lot of people walk like this, they all hunched, their posture is incorrect. You want to be proud, shoulders back, erect spine. That's how you want to apply it when you're boxing, okay? See, posture straight from the side, my chin's tucked, and I'm crunching my torso, all right? So that transferring of the weight goes into effect when I'm punching, okay? And you see it's in a straight line. All punches should be about eye level. Don't get used to your punches going below eye level, all right? And it should still be eye level even if you're going to the body. You're slightly dipping your knee, level changing to go to the solar plex, whether it be or across. I'm level changing, but it's still eye level. And when I'm throwing those hooks, circular motion around the face, thumbs facing up, okay? And then off with my shoulder blocking my face. So if I were to miss and they were to come back over, they will more likely hit my shoulder. Uppercut, you're just slightly going in a circular half circle motion up, ending off in a 90-degree angle, all right? Ending off in a 90-degree angle. So I'm trying to catch something, all right? Again, see, using that natural body mechanics of just trying to pick something up. So I'm here, natural body mechanics, except I'm gonna keep it tight and just throw like as if I'm throwing an uppercut in a mix. Everything goes off your natural body mechanics. And then as you get good, that's when it can just look like you're not even trying and you're just moving around in a very natural way, and it just looks so effortlessly as you're doing it because everything flows synergistically together. When the harmony's there, everything will go that in the way that it needs to be, okay? But hopefully this helps, and that's why you have to be mindful of your stance, your posture in the mirror, making sure you're doing everything correctly. Hopefully this helps, especially getting a strong base from where you are to go as far as you need to go. Now, thank you for joining me on this journey to the ultraviolet. And if you like the video, please comment and subscribe, and always work towards becoming your greatest version.